and determining your eligibility and the tools available to you if you are eligible. Okay, so we're going to just kind of quickly review. We talked about this particular journey before, but ideally what we're trying to emphasize, and because I have actually worked interestingly with some NGOs, and I realized that these are really the very three key things in terms of success metrics that most NGOs can actually look forward to growing, or what they actually look forward to achieving or growing. And this is a typical supporter journey, right? And that is where you're either raising enough awareness about your cause or your mission, or the solution that you're trying to introduce or spread um, to several of your target market communities, right? You want to raise awareness. That's one key metric. A lot of NGOs, a lot of organizations really try to develop. Sometimes it's the most important thing, for instance, where most of your work is really about sensitizing several communities, or maybe genders, or maybe ideals to some people. You want them to understand deeper about what's just reduce ignorance. So passing on information, you want them to stay more informed, so you're always raising awareness, you're always reminding people. For instance, maybe the COVID campaigns, and your mission is to just continue to raise awareness about washing your hands and staying safe. That's one thing a lot of NGOs usually find themselves doing. Another thing they end up wanting as much as possible is activating more people on this journey in terms of volunteers and supporters. You want to be able to know that you are communicating and developing a community of either full-time supporters who are active volunteers, volunteers who help you just pass on information, or who show up at certain key events, or people who donate when you ask them. And that takes us to a very also important and very sensitive part of the business of NGOs, which is where you try to generate money for a mission, a cause, or for the business to stay sustainable. So key supporter journey is you're either raising awareness, or you're trying to activate supporters, or you're looking to raise funds for your business or your cause. Okay, now we're going to do a bit uh, deep dive on the value that Facebook offers, especially with their fundraising tools, right? And if kind of understand why Facebook is a good fit for fundraising. So on Facebook, you can actually reach a lot of your supporters, right? In that journey, you can easily create the first two stages, which is really drive information, raise awareness, and also easily connect with supporters. It makes it so much easier for you on a platform like Facebook than anywhere else, because with certain keywords and clear targeting, or maybe location targeting, past activities on Facebook, meaning have they been engaging with similar courses in their platform? Do they care about this type of things? Facebook has a huge database that can help you streamline and reach the most likely to commit to your cause, or most likely to even pay attention to your cause, which is raising supporters and spreading enough information to these people who you eventually reach. You can also bring your supporters in on Facebook using some of the tools such as Facebook groups, Facebook pages. That's one of the strongest values in fundraising that you can really get from Facebook, because it's not going to be enough to just have the opportunity to put out a click donate here if you don't have the content, the integrity, and then the people who also advocate for your ideas. Meaning, if you do post some content online and you're not online at this time, you want to know you have soldiers, you have active volunteers who are ready to engage with any new person who says, oh, I'm interested, what is this about? And somebody will just take it up. You want to have an active community of people who are constantly looking for ways to improve your reach and the value of the organization in their target communities. So yeah, on Facebook, it is very easy for you to reach your supporters wherever they are, and share enough information and organize your supporters so that they can also advocate for you. Now, as a nonprofit, you're already probably sending out direct emails and newsletters to meet your fundraising goals. Now, all of these channels are very valuable, but the real success really comes from combining different channels so that they amplify one another. Chances are that you've seen people, engage with one channel, and that is only after they've been exposed to a few other channels. So when you want to okay, I could give an example, right? You can say maybe you ran no, maybe you posted on your social page, it showed up on a new someone's timeline who is interested in what they just saw. They click on that post to check your page. They see your page, they see that you've been consistently dropping important information. You are actually about this particular cause, and then they are moved because this is something they are also interested in. But now that they are on your social media, they are looking for a way to actually connect with you. And because you've been able to put perhaps your website link right there on your page, they can click on it, and then at that place they're able to see the different ways that they could donate. And then if you feel like they're about to make a decision or they need extra help making a decision, you can also include something like speak to a volunteer free call, where they could actually make a call right there. So you can see that we are moving from platform to platform, right? This is really one of the best ways. This is really the best way to amplify your reach, amplify your fundraising campaign, right? So a fundraising campaign, what we're trying to say is more than just one button, more than just one platform. It's a good use of multiple platforms to convince and convert a potential lead, a lead being anybody who engages with any of your content and shows some level of interest. You want to move that person from interest and guide that person in a careful and well thought out process until they convert. And conversion for you, as this topic is concerned, would probably be fundraising, meaning you've moved them through getting information, you've gotten them to either be volunteers or you've gotten them to listen to volunteers. They've moved to your website, they've you've sent them a follow-up email, you've really engaged with them, and then they've made the commitment, they've put in some money, right? So you can look at this flow chart. There's finding a large donor who is willing to give you grants, right? And then you are sending you've probably connected with them via their newsletters, or you shared them your email and started sending them direct emails, and then your volunteers are engaging with them and keeping them really fully informed about different things that have happened. And they can get very key contact information by visiting your website, which you've already included in all your direct mailers and which your volunteers are probably also sharing. And then also they're including a direct email in case, this large donor has any follow-up questions. They're sending a content, kind of a pledge drive, which is really onboarding this large donor to say, okay, at this point, you are really invested in us. Follow us on social media for new updates so that you can participate in activities that are coming in. Maybe you want to be a volunteer, or, oh, we have this new project and would like you to donate. Or maybe you even as a pledge want to commit to donating a certain amount every month, every week, quarterly, depending on how your business runs, right? So this is what we're really trying to say. Instead of having all these multiple platforms, you should try to have all of them working together for you for one very important goal, right? You pick your goal, you pick the platforms you want to help you achieve that goal, and then you sync them as intelligently as you would for the sake of your typical target audience. So this is kind of like a sample flow, okay? So how do organizations use advantages to fundraise more effectively? It really just starts by cultivating a community of people who engage with your work and your content regularly. And the key word here is engagement, because you can get a person interested, but the person really has to start to engage. And engagement is very important. So it's important that you really cultivate your people. It's important that your people understand the impact of your programs and your work. It's important that you continue to share interesting, compelling, rich content that allows people to learn about and be part of your story by sharing it every day. So there is engagement, and engagement is synonymous to consistency. Please, it's very important that you really take note of these key things, because it's not enough to connect all the platforms. It's also important to pass information across all the platforms. Consistently engaging, consistently posting the same information gives people a lot more confidence in your brand. They know you're always available to talk to them. They know you're always up to something for the benefit of the cause, and they are very happy to wake up every day and say, yeah, I'm a part of this community. We're doing this today. They are also informed. So engagement, consistency, and a good use of all your platforms. Okay, so let's talk about reaching your Facebook fundraising, your goals with Facebook fundraising tools. I realize that I might be a little too fast. Please, can someone confirm if I'm moving too fast, if I should slow my pace down, if you can hear me correctly? I don't want to lose anyone in this conversation.
So on behalf of listeners or participants, I'm saying we can hear you correctly. I don't think you're too fast. I think you're just fast enough or slow enough, as the case may be. I think it's just right. But okay. Oh, well, I'm reading some of the comments. Somebody says, two people have actually said to please slow down. So I guess you would need to slow down a little bit. You're a bit fast. You're a bit fast, ma. Please slow down. Okay.
Okay.
Please slow down.
That's very important. Okay. I'm going to slow it down. I even enjoy that better. Okay, so we're going to actually try to talk about, your goals and how you can reach them using the Facebook fundraising tools. Um, I'm going to really go over this, and the truth is that there is a possibility that, and I think I need to just really say this, there is a very high possibility that a lot of the NGOs here might not be able to relate with some of these features as they are not in Africa right now. But I know that they are rolling things out, continent by continent. And that's also possible that some of you are actually able to see these features, which we'll talk about. But because we are going to cover the session, it's important you get to know about those features. If you can access them, then you'll know how to use them. And if you don't have them yet, you'll know what to do when they finally show up in your Facebook accounts, and the tools are available in our region. Okay, so we're going to just try to reach your goals using Facebook fundraising tools. Now, there are two ways to raise funds on Facebook. You can either collect donations for your nonprofits, or your supporters can actually raise on your behalf. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's really just see how. So Facebook uses certain tools, or they offer certain tools that help nonprofits to raise and collect money in donations forms. So you can have something called a page fundraiser, or you can have a post with a donate button, or you can also go live with donates. Now, some of you might have these features. If you do, please let us know in the comment section. And some of you might not. If you don't, please let us know in the comment section, and hopefully you'll be able to, just share notes, right? So you can either, again, use a page fundraiser. You can create a fundraiser with your page on your nonprofits page. And trust me, they have to be verified nonprofit organizations. You have to have a verified nonprofit organization, which is, something you're going to spend time building, growing, and ensuring that, you have all the authority, in terms of the work that you do. And this is also a result of consistent content sharing. If you are sharing your content regularly, over time, you should be able to get your nonprofits verified. Okay? So again, you can create a page fundraiser, or you can change, you can post and just click insert the donate button. So all your posts could have a donate button, or you can go live with your team at any event and ask people to donate. Okay, so let's deep dive on a page fundraiser. You can use your page to create a fundraiser, right? But this, for now, are still just for verified pages in the US and part of the Europe Union, right? European Union. So US and EU. A page fundraiser is a dedicated place where you can tell people about your mission and really rally behind the fundraising goal. So once your page is verified, you can create the fundraiser for your nonprofit, when you can have like a specific need for this particular fundraiser, or time frame, meaning I need this money between now and now. So for a particular goal, or we want to build this by so time, or we want to go here by so time, right? So this will expire at so time. So you can advocate for people to kind of raise money for you. Okay. A paid fundraiser would require you to put like a financial goal, meaning how much do you want to raise by this time? You have to put it there. So if you want to raise, say, 20 million by December 31st, maybe for some Christmas gifts for children, in orphanages, for instance, you can actually say, oh, the total cost is this, say 2 million, and that's what we want to raise. And you have to put it there. There has to be a deadline for when it will end. You also have to put a cover picture and a description for what you're raising the money for. So let's see how to create a page fundraiser. So go to Facebook and search and type in fundraiser, right? Or you can go to facebook.com/fundraisers. Then you select fundraiser. When you see it, this is what it looks like, this icon. And then you select create a fundraiser. So I hope you can, I want to go slowly again. So we're starting. So you go first to search, you look for this magnifying glass icon on your Facebook, right? And when you find it, you click on it because you're going to search. Then you type in fundraiser, right? And then when you type in fundraiser, you will find the shortcut, which looks just like this. It's this love and button sign. So this is the one you're going to need to select. This is the one you're looking for. create a fundraiser page. Then once you click on it, it's going to, so if you have an active fundraiser, you'll see them. But then once you click on it, it's going to, you want to create, you just click on the first one, which is create a fundraiser. Then what are you raising money for? For now, we're talking to the NNGO. What you can use your nonprofit. You can actually raise for your personal cause as an individual with paid fundraisers. But for the purpose of this, let's just go ahead to select the nonprofit because this is for nonprofits. Okay. So now when you select the nonprofit, you now select your nonprofit. It should be here because you're recognized and you are verified. Then you edit your fundraiser information, which is your image, your content, and then you click create. So once you put all the information here, you selected your content, you put all the information, your picture, your title, your content, so this is your course, you put your deadline, you put your estimated amount, you're done, you put create, and this is what it would look like. Did we all get that? So we've just covered how to create a paid fundraiser. Is everyone okay with that? Because I want to move to the next one. I want to know if I'm still fast.
Yeah, people are responding with yes, yes, no. But then if a couple of people also responded when you asked if they had a certain feature on their pages, and some of them are saying they don't have that button. Some are saying they don't. Most people are actually saying they do not have that feature on their Facebook pages. Yeah. But to your last question, many people are responding yes, that they got that.
Okay, perfect. So like we've said, it's mostly because you have to have a verified Facebook account first, non-profit account rather first, or even if it's for a personal donation, it still has to be a verified account, so like a brand. So it just really means that we don't want to just allow anybody to just raise money from everybody. You understand? So you have to be some organization that is trusted by Facebook, meaning you've consistently created your content, consistently followed your course, consistently gotten active supporters, being in the news in your local community for the sake of your course. You've gotten some, your business is registered, everything. You can try to get verified by Facebook, but also the tools are just recently available in the US and in the Europe country, European Union, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that, European Union, coming to Africa very, very, very soon. Okay, so it's just good for us to just start getting our pages ready for verification ahead of this. However, of course, there are other ways you can actually raise money, even if you don't have this feature. Okay, so let's talk about posts with the donate button. How to create a post on your page with the donate button, right? Let's just do a deep dive on how to do that. So you go to create a post, right? And then you select support non-profits. Let me go back. When you go to create a post, you can see this drop down where you select photo, check-in, fill-in, camera. You want to go down further and then you see non-profit, support non-profit. Please let me know. Obviously, you might not be able to see it because it comes with downloading, but you can also just check just to kind of get familiar with maybe the other tools here to see what is actually available for your non-profit. Yeah, so let's just, once you click support and non-profit, you just go through the same process where you select your non-profit. and then you can put your content there, and it's just automatically, attached here. So by the time you click on publish, it's definitely going to show up here like this. So this is a post, but ideally you should be able to just click on here and donate. And I'm really excited for this because it's going to help a lot of the nonprofit organizations to even enjoy creating relevant content as soon as this feature hits Africa. Because now it means you're not just managing the social media page, you're actively, unlike every other business, able to generate revenue. Well, we don't call it revenue, I know, but able to generate funding, able to generate, even if it's not money, whatever it is that you require people to donate, right? Maybe food or water, or something. You can actually just start to really drive engagement right from every post. As soon as it's live here, you guys are going to really, really appreciate how easy it works. So another very nice and realistic and human version of it is when you can literally go live and then add a donate button to your live video. So for instance, if you're running a live campaign, maybe an event, and you wanted to maybe raise awareness for maybe cancer, your live stream of this whole campaign can easily just have a click to donate button, so people can enjoy watching what you're doing. Or maybe you're out doing your outreach program and you're really showing people the situation of things, or you're giving updates to people who have donated before to see where things are now. Maybe they are from outside of the country and you just want to keep them updated. You can easily just go live and click and add a donate button to your live videos so that they can just start to donate right from there. Now, let's see how it works. So you go to your Facebook, page, right? Again, it's only for, public figures and verified pages, right? It's only for public organizations, public figures and verified, NGO pages, right? So you click Facebook Live and then tap below raise money. This is what it looks like. I hope you can see it. You click on Facebook Live right there. Once you go to Facebook, just click on live immediately. And then underneath it, you'll see the icon to raise money right after, bring a friend. And then again, as we did before, you select your NGO, which is, registered, and you can just start the live video. And now, just like that, you're officially live. You can start donating without doing anything other than your actual work, showing people what's going on, and people are just donating, and that's just an amazing tool that I can't wait to get here for all of us. Okay, so again, eligible nonprofits can raise money, in a few ways, which is a donate stickers in story, and live donation, Instagram donate sticker, it's also there. And then you can also have the donate button on your Instagram page, but this is also just for the eligible eligible organization. So you can see here, I'm trying to zoom in so that you can, oh no. Okay, I can't zoom in, but I hope you can see it, right? So it's just a button there. Right after contact, you can donate. There's the sticker that you can put on your stories. And then, of course, there's Instagram Live where you can also have the donate button right there. So you can raise money directly from your Instagram account consistently by just making sure the donate button is there. If your business is verified, you want to go to the three horizontal lines on the top right, which is this here, these three lines. When you click on it, it opens up to multiple, links. Where you want to go is settings, right? When you go to settings, you now tap on business. So settings here, settings, business. Okay, and this is what the business link looks like. Then you go to donations. Okay, if you need me to do it again, I'll do it again, maybe at the end of the session. Then you can just add your donate button to profile. Okay, so it's in settings, under settings, business, under business, donations. Okay, so and that will just give you basically this interesting button that is just permanently there. So all you have to do is just keep doing, your good work, and people will find your page, will know what to do immediately. There's also a Instagram donation sticker, which is a 24-hour fundraiser sticker that you can use for your Instagram story. Now, how do you do it? You go to stories, or your story rather. You go to your story, you tap on the stickers. This is the sticker icon, right? I hope many of us know it. This very cute emoticon that looks like it's a sticker being pulled off. That's the sticker icon, right? And then you can find donation as one of the icons here. And when you select it, it will still ask you to select your nonprofit, which you will. And then when you select it, it just asks you if you want to add it to your story, and then you just say yes. And there it is right there, just in your story. Okay, so let's go to Instagram Live with Donate. When you go to live, you can raise money on Instagram Live, right? Once you just add the donate button. So if you go to live on your Instagram app right there, if you go to Instagram Live, and automatically on the right icon, you should see the fundraiser. Sorry, on the left, it's looking like right. On the left, you should see fundraiser, right? And then you just select your nonprofit. So again, how do you get here? You basically just, from your page, swipe left. Just swipe left, and that will take you straight to live from the bottom of your screen, right? Then you now tap the fundraiser. When you drop this button down, you tap the fundraiser on the left, and then select your nonprofits, and it has been added. And just start your live video. You're officially live. So this is what it looks like. They added as ASPCA, which is verified, as you can see, and it says ASPC has been added. So once that's your NGO, to just say, added. So you won't really need to see anything. You will just need to see that it's been added. And then you can just go ahead and start your live, which is just clicking here, and then your live is going on now. But right here, it's literally allowing you to take donations right there, right? And that anyone can view it and then immediately participate. So what about fundraising tools for your supporters? Because in addition to the tools that you can use to fundraise for your organization, you can actually empower some of your very active supporters to also fundraise with you using these tools, right? Post with the donate button, or supporter fundraisers, and Facebook Live with donate. Each option will be discussed as we proceed. So let's talk about post with donate button for your supporters. Your supporters can add a donate button to their posts, right? Meaning all they have to do is literally just click. Okay, we're just going to we'll do a deep dive a little later. We're just going to cover the top. So basically, you can either add the donate button as a supporter on your own post. You can create a post and add the donate button of the cause that you are supporting. You can also create your fundraisers on your own personal profile. And you can also create birthday fundraisers. Now, birthday fundraisers have really generated a huge ton of donations on Facebook, right? For some people, create a link to what's it called? The NGO of choice, a charity of choice, for their birthday. And then they just, these are like verified people as well, enable people to just raise money. So they can just direct all their supporters to a dedicated fundraising page. And basically the supporters can do anything, maybe even say they will match the donation, or, just encourage people to donate, right? Birthday fundraisers are really popular in the US since they've started, and actually accounts for about 50% of the $3 billion that was raised on Facebook since they started this donate buttons, donate campaigns. And they are just amazing opportunity. And Facebook currently contributes $1 towards each birthday fundraiser. Public figures can also create birthday fundraisers, not just supporters, right? You can also have a supporter go on live with donates. If you're an eligible non-profit, your supporters can fundraise for your organization on Instagram as well, right? With the sticker and with the Instagram live donate option. So let's talk about the Instagram donation sticker. So this sticker is available to individuals who want to support your cause. So once your supporters have donated, right, meaning anyone who just wants to engage with your business, as long as your organization, as long as you're registered and available for them, once they donate, they can easily add your sticker to their Instagram story to show that they have donated, right? So to add the sticker, just add the sticker, go to Instagram, right? So this is a personal page. So open Instagram, tap on your story, tap the donate. Next, after you've imputed how much you want to donate, you can fill in your payment information, tap donate, tap done, and then open back on Instagram, and then add the sticker to your story so you can easily donate it. This is a very interesting way to help you tell your supporters in your, how you engage with them. You tell them that once they've donated, they should please let others know by adding the donated sticker, and then that would help you get them to reshare your donate sticker to their own network. And then that's really just it. This just makes it interesting. Another thing that your supporters can do is by going live and creating a fundraiser that adds to their video, just the same way we discussed it the last time. Swipe left, go click on the left icons and find the fundraiser that is already been uploaded and registered by your organization. So your supporter just has to find it, just type it in and they'll find you if you're registered and available there. And then click on it and go live on your behalf, which is helpful. So let's do a bit of a case study, right? So this is how Inter Milan used Facebook for fundraising tools. They use Facebook's fundraising tools like during the COVID-19 era to kind of generate relief. And now Inter Milan, many of us may not know, is a sports club, right? But I'm sure a lot of people know the football club Inter Milan. Inter Milan is based in northern Italy, and that area was particularly hard hit during the COVID-19. It was really bad. The numbers of deaths were skyrocketing. The lockdown, I think there was even a time we all saw the beautiful way that Italians were dealing with the COVID by singing from their balconies due to the extensive lockdown and all of that. It was really difficult. And the football club Inter Milan wanted to help the region and rally support to get the region through the crisis. So the club partnered with the Francesca Rava Foundation in Italia. It's an Italian non-profit working in the Lombardy region that helps hospitals and communities affected by the coronavirus. They turned to Facebook, where Inter Milan has over 22 million followers, to galvanize, their global fan base. They created a Together as a Team campaign for the Department of, the Biomedical and Clinical Sciences, right? This is one of the leading biomedical and clinical sciences hospital of Milan, where they were really forefront, combating and helping deal with infectious diseases, which at the time was the coronavirus. So they were kind of all there, needing all the supports they could get because they were all hands on deck. So Inter Milan and this foundation, in partnership with the hospital, created a Together as a Team fundraiser, which they launched on Inter Milan's Facebook page in March. And the club encouraged fans to donate by posting personalized messages from their coaches, players, and their families. These messages emphasize the importance of staying at home and supporting one another during this trying time, while also promoting donations and sharing the fundraiser, which was increasing awareness. Now, 12 star footballers also shared messages through the Facebook page over the 11 days duration. So they put a timeline, and they just kept consistently pushing content, using all supporters, all networks of supporters. So you can imagine Inter Milan, a very huge and popular football club, with at that time over 22 million followers on Facebook, partnering with the people who are helping stop or curb the deaths for the coronavirus, and a non-profit organization that was concerned about saving lives and helping a lot of communities get through this crisis. And they all came together as a team, as their beautiful hashtag shows, and they were able to reach they reached over 650,000 people. No, they raised over 650,000 euros, and they reached, I mean, a huge number of people. I can't really find the number here, but you can imagine each player will have their own, huge millions of followers, and each player, including the coach and a lot of people and their families, coming together for 11 days, dropping video content, dropping emotional content, and encouraging everybody to contribute in any way to help Italy get through the crisis, get safe, stay safe, and all of that. So this is their thank you message, where Inter Milan says, "Thank you to all those who have donated to help us hit our goal of 108,000 euros, which, along with 50,000 euros from the Foundation Pupi and the 500 euros donated by the club, will be given to the Fondazione Francesca Rava, MPH Italia on loss, to support the Department of Biomedical and Clinical Sciences at the Luigi Sacco Hospital in Milan in their fight against the coronavirus," right? And this particular post, which was a thank you, which is really post campaign, was still getting them about 6,000 reach in terms of engagement and shares, right? So this is a very classic way of how to leverage, different tools and supporters to meet your Facebook goal. So now we've talked about how to hit a goal. Let's quickly walk through how to build a campaign, something like what we just discussed, which was the campaign for Italy during the crisis. So now that you have an idea of the tools to use, the Facebook Live, stickers, Facebook posts with the donate button, and the fundraiser pages, let's talk about how to build a campaign. So first you want to establish a goal. Then you want to determine your audience, and then you want to create your content, and then you want to nurture your supporters. So how do you do this? You first, in your campaign goal, you want to determine what you would like to achieve throughout the campaign, right? So for example, if your goal is $5,000, what will your organization do with the $5,000? And more importantly, how does that, what you will do with it, contribute to your mission? Because you have to always stay on brand, like we discussed in our previous session, where you don't, go out of your actual, what you are known for, to just jump on any mission. You have to have a mission, and you have to continue to stay true to your mission. And so so that your supporters will always feel like they're in the right place. They're supporting something they genuinely care about. This is why they are here. You can't keep changing that on them. So your goal must support your organization's mission. And then what you want to raise money for must help you, meet that goal. You must be able to establish why we are building this campaign, so that it will help people understand the potential impact of their support. Okay. Then you want to talk about your audience. What are the kind of people you would like to reach? You need to know them, so that you can easily resonate with them.
Hello, Falashade. One of the feedbacks that I'm getting now is somebody saying you need to slow down a bit. So you might want to take that feedback.
All right. I'm so sorry I'm moving so fast. How do we do this now? I'm gonna just keep going, but I'll slow down. And for everybody who feels like they didn't quite grab, I'll go back and re-explain any parts of the slides that they felt they didn't really grab. So you can just take notes of that, please, and then we'll go back and touch on it again if necessary. Thank you. Thank you so much, Oyindamola, for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Okay. So let's start from here again. So there are 4 steps you need to consider after you have understood, the tools that are now available for you. So let's assume you have these tools. How do you want to use them? And to use them is really to say you want to build a campaign that helps you achieve a goal. Now, the 4 steps to building a campaign is what we're going to discuss from this session on. So the first thing is, what is your goal? You want to establish a goal. The next thing is that, who is your audience? You need to have a clear way to identify who your ideal audience are. Then we will create content for the goal for the audience. And then we will go back to nurture our supporters and help advise on how we can all reach this goal. Okay, so we're starting again with campaign goals. Sorry. A campaign goal really is what you want to achieve. You need to be able to clearly spell it out. So if you want to buy equipment, you should be able to, document in detail what the equipment are, what they are for, and how much they cost. And then a total of everything you need would make up your campaign goal, right? So at the end of the day, there's a transparency to say, this is where we want to, this is what we want, this is what it's going to cost, and this is how it will impact our organization's mission. I also said you don't want to go out of mission. You don't want to step out of what people know you and followed you initially for. You want to stay true to the mission that you created the organization for in the first place. So if you always cared about gender equality or maybe female empowerment, you don't want to particularly be moving from female empowerment programs to crisis support programs, right? Because while it's always a good thing to support people, you can try to do that individually, or you can maybe just share a post to another organization that is focused on that particular and support that organization without making your organization look like they are just all over the place. So your campaign goals must have a clear description, and the impact of what you want to achieve should relate to your organization's mission. I just feel like I need to say that again and again, because these are the little things that may or may not affect your getting verified at some point. Being consistent in one pattern helps, Facebook to see that, oh, this is an organization that is focused on female empowerment. They've had about 5,000 posts, and none of the times in that 5,000 posts have they been talking about multiple different things. And then maybe just 20% of their 5,000 posts only talk about female empowerment, right? And so because it's just 20%, the algorithm is not able to really be sure that this is really a female empowerment organization. So you want to make sure that you stick to your mission as much as possible for the lifetime of your organization. It's okay to pivot, but then create a new identity, or at least ensure that your organization specifically highlights the key things that they'll be focusing on. So if you're focused on more than one mission, it has to be consistent throughout your organization's lifetime, especially while on these digital media platforms. Okay, so for your campaign goal, just determine what you want to achieve throughout the campaign. For your target audience, you just need to have an idea of who you'd like to reach. Location, where do they live, or interest, what courses matter the most to them, and what type of things in that courses or in the course, or what kind of problems is it that really gets to them, that can really evoke an emotional sorry, excuse me, I just want to get rid of the background noise. Okay, yeah, what type of content are you going to share with these people, what will make them take action? What are the things that they need to see? What are the things that usually trigger them to say, oh, I really care about this, I really need to contribute in this manner? And then at that point, you get to your content, which is now creating and determining the type of content, visuals, and stories that you will use to engage people, right? So when you know that content and why those things matter, you plan out your stories, you plan out the visuals you use, and how best you can illustrate what $1 can do for your organization. So it's not just enough to evoke their emotions. You need to be able to also guide their judgment to say, if you give me $1, this is how far it will go. Really carry them along, really make sure they feel like they can give an impact. As best practices, you can just create a calendar on your campaign and post your content regularly. You can cultivate meaningful relationships with most of your supporters and keep them engaged through your day-to-day posts and interactions. Generally speaking, people share content because they think, you know, friends and family will find it useful, right? So if you can get them to think that friends and family will find it useful, or if it helps define them as a person. So everybody, as a supporter, you let your supporters know that it's always good to let everyone know that this is are the kind of things that matter to you as a person. And they also feel like it will have an impact when they share it. Like, sometimes even if you don't have enough, you can reach more people, and you can help the organization grow. And so they feel compelled to share content with their network, because they want other people to support the organization or support the cause. So this is why you have to think about your content, and also the things that you want to do is get people to engage with the content and share the content. And again, the only reason people will share content is because maybe they think friends and family will find it useful or interesting, or it helps define who they are as a person, or they think it will have some sort of impact when it is shared. So that is on content. And now let's talk about really nurturing your supporters so that you can get them to share your content and donate to your cause. So once you've kind of like launched your campaign, you want to continue engaging your supporters to kind of grow your fundraiser. Engaging them means saying hello, liking their pages, liking their content, thanking them for their support, asking them to maybe fundraise on your behalf. Could you please start a fundraiser for us on your page? You know, asking them to help you share your content. And then also, as you are hitting milestones, maybe you've hit 10% of your mark, you send them a message, say, thank you, we have hit 10%. We really believe that we are going to get to 100%, but we know that we wouldn't have even achieved this much if you hadn't taken a chance and committed to helping us reach this goal. And then also, continue sharing pages, posts on your pages, and live and all of that gives them that feeling like we're all in this together. So you want to make sure that you nurture your supporters, bring them to a Facebook group, ask them to volunteer, send them, information. Maybe there's an event, make sure you email them. When you are hitting a milestone, maybe you've bought the product, you've hit your goal, whatever, just continue to engage and nurture your supporters so that you always have their support in future. We're going to look at Susan G. Komen and how she decided to raise, set up our own fundraising campaign. She sets an impact here, which is, I don't know if you can see it clearly, so I'll read it out. But she really just clearly wanted you to know what the impact would be, which is a copy. Most breast cancer deaths are a result of metastatic breast cancer. While we fight for more research to find the cures, we need you to keep fighting to eliminate barriers to care. Ask your lawmakers to support the Metastatic Breast Cancer Access to Care Act to waive harmful waiting periods for Social Security, disability insurance, and Medicare. And then she put a link where you can actually, take action. Now, the team also made it clear, that they wanted, um, you know, what they wanted supporters would ask their lawmakers to support the cause through the link in the post. Yeah, the post now included a very clear visual. Now, this is their call to action. This is the link, right? This is the post. This is the impact they want supporters to ask their lawmakers to support the cause through the link. And then they included a call to action. This is how you should reach them. This is how you should, contribute your own quota. And then they included a very interesting visual, which, directly supports the message. And then they wrote the emotionally compelling problem, which is kind of like that clear, this is what we do. We are here to, so at this point, the impact they want to achieve is they want lawmakers to support a cause. But what they do as an organization is focus on, issues around metastatic breast cancer patients and making sure they get treatment. So at some point, maybe their next impact will be maybe to raise funds for women who need care but do not have insurance, because they are focused on breast cancer patients. They can do a lot of different campaigns. So this is just one campaign. And this was just set up by a woman named Susan G. Komen. So let's get started. A few things you want to think about when you're building your fundraiser. Again, like I've said, these tools are currently only available in these countries. If you're in Africa, your country is not listed, or our country is not yet listed, but we know that it is coming. Africa is really a very huge, huge data point for a lot of issues and non-profit organizations trying to, support third world countries. Africa has a very huge number of people in the communities that actually need support. So because these are tools that are just rolling out, you can see that they are in some countries and not even in a lot of countries. But with time, they will get there. And if you are able to maybe create an account in any of these countries that are here, maybe your nonprofit is registered in the UK, France, Spain, Italy, Australia, Canada, Finland, Sweden, you can actually set up your fundraising account there if you're able to. And you can just onboard your nonprofit with your name, your charity address, your charity registration number, and your government issued document. Then you also need to put your charity's contact phone number, your CEO's name and birth date. Then you go to your settings. You can also, you can have regional office. So if your not-profit is African, you can consider having a regional office in any of these countries if you really want to just go ahead and get your tools. So you can have a regional office there, and they will be able to help you set up your fundraising accounts that you can use. So if you are in any of those countries, make sure you sign up for the charitable tools. So just go to the facebook.com/donate/sign up to start your onboarding process. And Facebook does not charge you any fees to set this up. And whenever you receive your money, when you are due to receive your money, it comes in every 15 days. So any money you raise comes to your account every 15 days. And you need just these three things to complete, sorry, to complete an application to receive donations. You need a copy of your bank statement from the last 3 months. That's part of the application. It's not mentioned here, so I'm mentioning it. So you need to submit a statement that is older than Submitting a statement that is older than 3 months will delay your application's approval, right? So you want a statement from the last 3 months as part of the application. The name and date of your organization, name and date of birth of your organization, CEO or executive director, your organization's tax ID, that's your EIN or VAT number, which verifies your charitable tax exemption status. Please know that this process will take some time to review and approve. So just try to plan accordingly. Make sure that your page is set up as a non-profit as well. You can change that if it's not within your current page settings. So make sure you go to your page information and change your settings to show that you are a non-profit and a charitable or a charity organization. Put your contact details, make sure you're, as much as possible, your non-profit page is showing all relevant information. Let's look at this page. This team combined, as Doctors Without Borders and Medicine Sans Frontiers, MSF for short. They're an independent international humanitarian organization. They deliver emergency healthcare to vulnerable people, populations harmed by conflict, epidemics, and natural man-made disasters, and exclusion from care in more than 70 countries worldwide. Seeking the most effective way to reach supporters for Giving Tuesday, they tested both paid Facebook ads and a boosted paid fundraiser within the same campaign. This combination resulted in more than double the organization's Giving Tuesday donations the previous year, just by running both the new paid fundraiser and still, the typical Facebook ads trying to get people to donate. And they raised $110,000 on Giving Tuesday. So this is an example of what is possible and how you can use it to your advantage. So because we just talked about MSF, we're going to try to use them as an example to kind of what we just discussed, how to plan your campaign. Let's kind of use them as a case study of this training. Yeah. So the first thing is you want to kind of think about is like, what is the objective of the campaign? So just keep this type of questions in your mind, or you can write them down when you want to run your campaign. First, what is the objective of this particular campaign? What audience should this particular campaign reach? What is the core message of the campaign? How long will the campaign run for? When is the deadline? How will I cross promote this campaign on other channels? Because remember in the beginning, we said you want to use multiple channels to engage and keep your supporters informed. How will I cross promote this campaign on other channels? Then what kind of text and creatives will I use as to reach my target audience? What is the financial goal I must reach for it to be a success? And exactly how do I measure success? What am I doing with this financial goal? And how does it affect my overall mission? So I can say, oh, we had a lovely campaign and it was a success. We're able to generate X thousand, and that helped us to deliver, X resources to our, regular beneficiaries. So again, you want to confirm your objective for the campaign, the audience the campaign should reach, the core message of the campaign, usually a theme or, a sharp call to action, how long the campaign will run, how you intend to cross promote on other channels, the content you will create, text, design, videos. What is your financial goal? And how do you measure success? Before your campaign starts, a few things you want to take care of include empowering your supporters. You can engage them, have sessions with them, send them emails before the campaign starts, letting them know that in a few days this is going to happen. We need all hands on deck. Then you also, before you start the campaign, ensure that you have written out tons of content. You've done your designs, what materials and communication you are going to use to help your supporters in their fundraising efforts. You've established your goals. You've come up with the goals, with the sub goals. You've really just identified milestones that you also want to share, that you can use to motivate your supporters. So you've established your impact goals, right? Um, you consider the creatives. You've seen the creatives, you've reviewed them, you've decided this is the one that really evokes the emotion, really shares the message. You've, scheduled them, arranged them. Then you've also identified the action you want supporters to take. Do you need them to donate money? Do you want them to make calls? Do you want them to sign a petition or join your newsletter or whatever it is? Just make sure you clearly know the action or actions you want people to take. And then the link. What is the link to the fundraiser that you want to just keep, and make sure that it goes across all the platforms that you use, right? So you want to create meaningful content that engage supporters. The content that the MSF team shared on their paid fundraiser and their Facebook ads focus on the power that individuals have to make a meaningful difference in the lives of people in need. So let's just walk through this fundraiser post, right? What this post looks like is the copy is direct and it uses a focused language to engage and empower supporters to act now, right? So you see something like the power to save lives. You have it. Become a monthly donor before 12/4, and your gifts will be doubled for 6 full months, thanks to a Giving Tuesday matching gifts. Okay. So what they're trying to say is you want to donate or become a monthly donor and your gifts will be doubled, right? Thanks to Giving Tuesday matching gift. So they're giving you back. The tone of the copy is direct. The post uses a photo that clearly shows the purpose of doctors, without borders, and connects to the goal. And the photo also asks supporters to take a specific action within a specific timeline. So they want you to donate before the 6th of December, oh, sorry, the 4th of December, right? For 6 months, and the gift will be doubled for 6 full months. So they just want you to join in. So during your campaign, another thing you can do once you've launched it is you want to focus on connecting and engaging with your supporters. You can like and comment on all donations. You can shout out to awesome supporters. You should give updates and share milestones with all your supporters. You should also encourage your supporters to share more as regularly without being intrusive or annoying as possible. Encourage them to share. You can also match their giving with their network, right? So match donation if you reach it. So for instance, encourage your to start fundraising and you will match it. So you as an NGO, if all your supporters donate 50% of what you raise, you would raise about 50%. So for every $2 that is donated, you match it with $2, right? And so that means, you increase your goal. So say your goal is to reach 50, you can increase your goal to 100 or something like that, and then you can get a seed donation of 50 from someone, if you're from an organization, if your goal is 100. And then or how you raise money, just do something that encourages people that you are not just taking, you are also giving as well. If you reach your goal in time, you can increase it. You can also encourage your supporters to create a supporter fundraiser page, and you should also schedule live videos so that your supporters can get to see your face or the face of other supporters or activities that they are currently, working on. Don't forget to thank your supporters rather. MSF really engaged with their supporters while it was running, directly posting thank you messages to each supporter who donated and sharing information about where the donations were going, what work, this particular donation would directly support. And all visitors to the MSF page could see the shout out. Like if you can look at this screen, you see MSF, thank you for your support, Rosemary. Your generosity allows our team to continue their life-saving work in over 70 countries around the world. And then, like it, when people see, they can actually see that people are donating. Then
Hello. Hello. Folashade, are you there?
soon as
Hello. Hello, Folashade, can you hear me? You're breaking up.
fundraisers, you can hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now. You were breaking up a little
What?
bit there. You were breaking up back there, but it's better now. We can hear you now.
Okay. Do I go back?
Yeah, I think you should go back a few minutes. Yes.
Okay. Is this slide okay, or back a little more?
No, I think this is fine. This is fine.
Okay. I'm going to talk for a bit and then you let me know if it's still breaking. So I was saying during your campaign, some of the things you can do is like and comment on each donation, shout out to your awesome supporters, share regular updates, share milestones and achievements with your supporters. Encourage your supporters to also share and try to match a donation so you can reach your goal, increase it, generate some, 50% of your fundraising from a seed donation, like another organization that gives grants, and then match your supporters for each donation until the total amount is reached. And if you reach your goal within a time, you can always increase it, and then encourage your supporters to create a supporter fundraiser um, page or post or live. And you should also schedule regular live videos so that your supporters can see the work in action or the team behind the pages and just engage with them. Please let me know if the network is better now, Oyindamola.
Yes, please. It's better. It's a lot better.
Thank you. So when your campaign is ended, another thing you want to do, during the campaign, during your campaign, you want to continue to thank your supporters. So MSF were giving special shout outs to everyone who donated one after the other. This is a zoomed in picture of a sample. This is the donate design with the call to action. And this is a message from this verified page thanking a Rosemary and letting her know that what she has given will help them to do a certain amount of work in certain places. It's thank you for your support. So you want to keep thanking them. And when visitors to, your page, for instance, or the MSF, once you just get there, you actually see the thank you shout out, which, it just is very nice. It shows transparency, shows appreciation, and it shows that a lot of people are actually contributing to this cause. So when the campaign ends, you have to give a very sweet thank you message to everyone. You must celebrate the amount of money raised. It's just a great thing to do. And talk about the potential impact these particular funds will have. And then as you go on, you try to make sure you keep your supporters updated as you actually use the funds to achieve the said impact. So these are the things that continue to give you integrity. These are the things you would have done to actually gain integrity, to gain verification, and to get a lot of people to want to work with you. These are things that you definitely want to continue doing after you have closed your campaign. So don't forget to celebrate your impact. And this is it here for MSF. And they celebrated it by saying, we hit our Giving Tuesday fundraiser goal. Can we double it? Your amazing support on a global day of giving and all throughout the year helps our team deliver emergency aid to people caught in crisis. In 2018 alone, we provided medical care to more than 11 million people, and we are able to reach as many people as we do because of our fierce independence. Independence, right? So celebrate and communicate the impact. And then after that, you want to as you continue to run your campaign, you're going to have access to two types of reports. That's the daily transaction reports and the payout reports, right? The transaction reports shows how well your fundraiser is performing through Facebook Insights. You can learn about your supporters through, anonymized and aggregated information about their location, demographics, behavior, and more. Can also analyze your posts to see which one is more exciting and engaging, and see your engagement rate. You can see both your then you can now see in addition to seeing the transaction reports and the payout report, you can see, Facebook Insights. But the key reports that you'll be focused on would be really, your transaction report, which is your donor name, the amounts that they donated, and the email address if this person opts in. This information is available for 48 hours after donation. Now, payout reports. This is available after 2 weeks, as long as you accrue $100. So we said that you will get paid every 15 days, which is typically 2 weeks. But that will be only if you generate at least $100. And then followed by that, you will get more insights about who your supporters are. So the key takeaway from here is, with Facebook, you can reach a bigger, vast community of supporters for your cause. With Facebook, you can set up fundraisers for your organization through your Facebook business page and your Instagram account. You can also ask your supporters to fundraise on your behalf. And once you launch your fundraiser on Facebook, you can empower supporters to share it with their networks and thank them for their support. You can also explore more information on this particular link, which is socialgood.fb.com. Just a resource that I could copy in the page for you. There is a feedback survey right after the Q&A. But we're at the Q&A right now, and I think I want to try answering some questions. So thank you all for staying to the end of this session. I'm sorry to everyone who thought that was fast. I'm willing to go over whatever was missed and answer questions about what we've just learned. Thank you so much, Oyin, for being a great team.
Thank you, Folashade. Thank you so much for the training. Okay, we already have 2 hands raised. I was just going to say that participants can now raise their hands if they have questions. So we already have a couple of hands raised. So let's just jump right into it. We have Oyemachi, Hope for the Hopeless. Let's take you first, sir. Oyemachi, are you there? If not, let's move on to Kabiru Bukari. Apologies if I'm not saying Sa or Ma. I just wouldn't. Okay, so Kabiru, we'll take your question now.
Good afternoon to you all. It's actually a wonderful presentation by our facilitator. So actually, I am Kabiru Bakari for representing Megodia Center for Development, Jalingo, Taraba State. So actually, I joined the session late. I would like if the facilitator will maybe explain some things to me, like the introductory part, where she talked about the requirements an organization will need before creating a fundraiser. That part alone is okay for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Folashade, do you want to answer that, or should we take a couple of questions more and then you answer everything at once? Hello, Folashade, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should just go back, I don't know, and just quickly walk through that part for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize. I want to minimize the slide so that I can, but I don't know if I'm doing that properly. Okay, you know what? Let me just, okay, you can ask other questions while I try to go back to where is the requirement.
Okay.
So we don't
keep people. Okay, all right. Let me take Angela Oluchi Nwako. Do you want to ask your question now?
Yes, thank you, Ma. I'm Angela Oluchi Nwako from Synergy Care Development Initiative in Bayelsa State. I appreciate the slide and the presentation. I just want to ask, probably I may have missed it when there was network breaks. The supporters who will be helping out with the fundraising activity. I know Folashade mentioned something about praising them and also stating something about their percentage will be doubled in the next 6 months. But I just want to be clear. These supporters, are these the incentives the supporters are having to help raise funds for the organization, so that we're clear that these are the things we are expecting, or they are expecting from us as a motivation to help raise funds for an organization?
Okay, this is great. Let me just quickly answer Mr. Bakari's question, and then I'll immediately go to Angela's question. Okay, so Mr. Bakari, we are on the page for the nonprofit settings. And basically what we were saying was, what are the key things you want to have to get started as a nonprofit with Facebook, right? And then I was saying that the ones that are very important in your application process include opening. So first of all, you have to be in an eligible country, right? And these are the eligible countries right at this time. So you either in these countries, or you have a regional office in any of these countries. And then once you are there, That's UK, Ireland, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Poland, Netherlands, Belgium, Sweden, Portugal, Norway, Austria, Finland, Luxembourg, Canada, and Australia. The next thing you want to do is sign up. Just go to the facebook.com/donate/sign up and start your process. You need a copy. You need your business, your charity name and address, your charity registration number, and government issued documents, your charity phone number, your CEO's name and birth date. And then you also need a PDF to be able to receive the donations, right? This is to onboard your nonprofit. But to be able to start receiving donations, you need to submit a PDF copy of your bank statement in the last 3 months. Anything older than 3 months will delay your approval, right? The name and the date of your organization will also be submitted, and your organization's tax ID number, which allows you, which verifies your your organization from tax exemption status. And you have to just be patient because this takes a while to review. So those are the key things. I hope I've been able to answer your question, Mr. Bakari. Yeah, to go to Angela's question. Well, your supporters are not necessarily, they are not people you pay. So here, what MSF is doing, which is Doctors Without Borders, it's when we say you can either encourage people to donate, or you can create a campaign that says you will match your donation. Matching your donation does not mean giving them back. It just means that, it's kind of like saying you care about this cause, right? You want to give, for instance, I'll use Naira. Maybe we're talking about flood in a particular community that has rendered a lot of poor people homeless. You want to construct a canal in that area and help them repair their homes and create, better water irrigation system and just kind of give them a new home. So you want to rehome some people, and it's going to cost about, say, 5 million, right? And then you are reaching out to everybody. Now you understand that there are some people who are genuinely moved, but they feel like, how much is my money going to really contribute? So you can say, for any amount that you put in, we will match it. Meaning, if I put in 5,000 and I donate 5,000, because you have probably decided, okay, what we need is 5 million, right? And then maybe 10 million, and then maybe you have 5 million that you as an organization are willing to donate, but you're just calling for more support. Do you understand? So what you can now say is, for every amount that they give, we will match. So it's kind of like a motivational um, um, tactic. That's what we call it, a tactic. But what it means is that if I put 5,000, you're going to say something like, oh, thank you so much for donating 5,000. As promised, on matching the gift, that's my organization, is matching your donation with an extra 5,000, right? So thank you for donating 10,000. What that happens is that money is still going back to the organization. It's just you're telling me that because I dropped 5,000, you also dropped 5,000 to match. And that makes me feel better, because I feel like the fact that I donated got us up by 10,000. So it's, when they say match your gift, is really, it's like, for every this that you do, we will do this. It doesn't necessarily mean you match it's just a campaign tactic. You don't have to use it. Some other campaign tactics include, use your money to buy this, and we'll take out 10% of whatever you take from, profit. We're not going to give that to, an NGO. I think some organizations do it, such as, Slum to School, where for every pizza you buy, there's an amount going. I mean, they're just tactics to help people feel good about. So for instance, some people would actually only go to partnered organizations. For instance, Slum to School, you really want to contribute to Slum to School as regularly as possible. And so you know that if you go buy pizza here, instead of buying pizza elsewhere, you go here because you know that a certain amount of any amount you spend is going there. So it's a tactic that just kind of keeps supporters engaged. So if people care about the Slum to School cause, they'll find out that they will just stick to organizations that participate. So these are just tactics. You don't give your supporters any money because they are supposed to support your cause. Only your beneficiaries, ideally, would be getting money from you. I hope I've been able to answer your question, Angela and Mr. Bakari.
Thank you, Fola Shadi. Let's move on to the next person, Desmond. Hello, Desmond, please ask your question.
Thank you very much. And then I really enjoyed the presentation and thank the Nigerian network of NGOs for this opportunity. But I have a concern when you are presenting the countries eligible for this. As good as we have enjoyed this presentation and the information is quite impactful, we expect that we would have swim into action with this. And then shocking to us to know that there is no single African country that is on the list of eligible countries for fundraising. So it becomes difficult for me how this information that we have acquired and this training, which is very useful and can, how are we going to apply it? Because our countries where we operate is not eligible to benefit from this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I said it as well, that I know it's very heartbreaking. However, I want us to understand that this feature is pretty new. And if you also notice, there are not a lot of American countries at all there. So what we're trying to say is that, I mean, out of all the countries in the world, they are just rolling it out gradually, testing it, optimizing it, and making sure that it's a worthwhile feature. It's also a very sensitive feature because this is really saying you can put a button somewhere and raise money from people. And Facebook Meta has to be very cautious of how they release certain tools because it can be just as beneficial, it could be equally dangerous if it's in the wrong hands, which is why, apart from the fact that it is not even available in some African countries, you also have to understand that even in those countries, it's not available to everybody. You must be verified as a business. So even if it was available in Nigeria, if your NGO is not a verified Facebook business, you will not have access to it. And this is because you have to, as much as possible, guide the actions of certain people online who can create a fake image and, rip a lot of people off and rob a lot of beneficiaries of opportunities that would really help them in the long distance. So that's why it's very important that while Facebook is rolling this solution out, you as an NGO, you're doing everything possible organically or with paid ads to really cement your mission and your consistency in meeting that mission across different platforms, trying as much as possible to generate fundraising across other platforms. You can generate fundraising from your website, but that really driving people there, you probably have to do it in a different way, meaning you run a paid ad or your content is just, you might not just be able to have the donate now button or the donate now features, but you want to, as much as possible, take the learnings from this to prepare your NGO for the moment where you will be qualified as a registered or verified NGO on these social platforms, and the moments where the tools will be available in our region, that as soon as this tool happen, you will be able to immediately just add this tool to what you already have. But if you don't have, that whole consistency, in posting, in engagement, in building, in just doing everything you can to meet your mission, then you're not even going to be able to benefit from it when it's in Africa. Alternatively, if you've grown to that extent and you have been able to really say, I think I qualify for a verification now, then go ahead and fill the forms and get verified. And if you cannot wait, you can always engage the services of, an independent regional office in one of these countries solely for this purpose, where maybe you could set it up a regional office, and that that would have like its own bank account, its own tax ID information and everything. And just try to put maybe a few people, maybe your finance team there, or and your social media team. You can do that if you really need to jump on this fast, meaning you can always have a regional office in Italy for an organization in Nigeria or in Kenya, or in Africa, that's focused on solving problems for Africa. So it's also another alternative. I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Folashade. I was going to read out one of the questions in the chat, but I think you just answered it. How can I verify my page? I think you just answered it, but if you might want to go over it again just to answer this question. How can I verify my page? You're muted.
I just realized. Yeah, there is a link that I'll quickly look for and share with you, in Damola, which you can probably just share maybe that article with everybody after the session, maybe in one of your newsletters. I kind of
Great.
guide on the different key things they want to consider when verifying their page, which is how their accounts look, what their board looks like, creating press releases across, their target markets, and just kind of the milestones they want to hit, which will also probably include, not probably, which will also definitely include, the relevant links where they can start the process, and emails, and yeah, just kind of an idea of what it takes to get verified. So this would be a link that we share afterwards. We don't keep everyone, waiting.
Okay. We can do that. Let me also still go through the chat and read out some of the questions before we take any more from the hands that are raised. Somebody is asking if it's right to create the organization page on a Facebook account.
Yes, you can change it. But you have to change it. You can go to your Facebook account and ensure that you change your so where's that? It's here. You can ensure that you go to your settings on your Facebook account. But I mean, yeah, it is. So you can just change your, but when you say Facebook account, is that a personal account or a page?
Yeah, I believe the person meant a personal account.
No, you can't, you stand to lose your account, because a page is an asset that belongs to an account. It's like your business registration must belong to you as a human being. Your business, you can't wake up and be a business today. Like I can't be Oyindamola cannot decide that today all she is an NGO, right? Because our documentations will not align. She has to have a birth certificate as an NGO, So NGO belongs to an Oyindamola, for instance. I don't know if it does, but an NGO can belong to an Oyindamola as a business, just like your Facebook page will belong to your Facebook account. I hope that's clear. I hope that makes sense. So yes, your Facebook account is who you are. It does not mean everybody must see you, but your Facebook page must belong to your Facebook account. If you change your Facebook account and you just put a business name there, that means your business is just existing without the structures of a business. It's just existing as if it's a human being. So you'll be adding friends instead of adding fans, supporters, or people that follow you, and then you won't be able to have like updates or some of the cool links, features. You won't even be able to have like a very properly structured. You will not even be able to fit in a category of non-profit organization. You can't do that. So you have to change to a page. And then you have to tell, when you are creating that page, you will get asked in the beginning what type of page you are creating. So you want to create a non-profit page. So please, if you have a Facebook account for your non-profit, quickly either, in fact, before you convert that page, that account to a page, ensure you create a new account for yourself, because certain things like this allows a page to not have an account, which means if something happens to it, a breach, password, anything, your account can be lost forever, because there's no, who owns this account to send, resets and security questions and help to retrieve the account if you feel it's been tampered with. So make sure you have an account, a personal account. Make sure that account is the owner of the Facebook page. So if you need help with that, you might want to maybe have a deep dive with maybe someone in any of the Facebook non-profit Facebook page groups to kind of give you a walkthrough. But it's pretty easy. Just create a Facebook account and convert your Facebook account to a page and link that page with your Facebook account, so that your Facebook account has an owner and you've not really lost anything that you've already developed over time. So you just convert that account to a page, but you must link that page to another account so it has an owner. I hope that's clear.
Thank you so much for that, Shadi. We're running out of time. It's 1:08. So I'd like to create the indulgence of everyone so that we close for 1:15. So whatever questions we're taking now, I'm just going to call out to people and have you ask your questions in 1 minute each. So please, as I call on you, just ask your question so that you can in 1 minute. Abdul Karim, please ask your question. And David is next. Sorry, Daniel. Abdul Karim, please ask your question. Ask your question, please. You're already unmuted.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ask the question.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ms. Falashade. Well done for the wonderful presentation. And I would like to put this up. Let's say 90% of people here are from African countries, more particularly Nigerian. And let's say your NGO is an registered NGO in Nigeria, but you have members in those
Abdul Karim, we cannot hear you any longer. While you're working on that, let me call on Dr.
advantage. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay, we didn't hear you.
Go ahead, Abdul.
We didn't hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello. Oh. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Abdul Karim. Hello. Can you hear us? Okay, so it looks like he's having some challenges with his connection.
Sorry, Oyindamola. I think it might be faster if everyone just immediately start typing their question in the comment section, because I mean,
yeah,
it's raining in Lagos where I am today, which I'm sure was affecting network everywhere. The remaining 6 months. So maybe if everyone type their questions in the chat section, we'll just start taking it one after the other. Because if we wait for everyone to speak, it might be
great. Oh, great. Okay. So we'll just do that. Dr. Cheya and every other person that has a question, please just type your questions and Falashade will go through them and read them out and answer the questions. Thank you. So it seems like we already have some questions. Falashade, should I read them out or would you?
Yeah, I can't see chats here. Okay. Oh, it's in the drop down. Okay. Slides. I'm so sorry, but we can't share the slides. Unfortunately. But I believe this session was recorded, so I'm sure Indamola will share the recording.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yes, I will send the link on how to get your page verified with Oyindamola, which you will also share to everyone. All right. So Oyindamola has responded. I'm not seeing any questions.
Okay.
Since Nigeria is not on the list, can one start the process? Yes. Yes. You can start the process of getting your page ready and prepped for verification. That is something that you can do as a Nigerian organization. That in itself takes some time. So you can't have the donate feature unless you're a verified NGO. So right now, pending when the tools come to Africa, start working on building your NGO's public profile for verification. Once you're verified, let us know. We'll celebrate with you, and then you can start looking at either a regional office that allows you to quickly access the tools, or hopefully the tools are in Africa and in Nigeria by then. Yes, I do mentor. We have a group, a Facebook group that you can always find me. Um, the link is not here, but I will just find and type it out for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me just find the link.
So while you're searching for the link, here's a
Yeah.
question. Here's a question, Falashadi. We already have an existing Instagram page. Can that page be linked to our Facebook? Or do we need to open a fresh page for Facebook? And how long does it take to be verified?
You said since you already have a Facebook.
An Instagram page, I believe. The question is that they already have an Instagram page.
Okay. Yes.
I've lost that question.
Since they already have an
okay.
Yeah.
They already have an existing Instagram page. Can that page be linked to their Facebook page, or do they need to open a fresh Facebook page? And how long does it take to get verified?
So if you have an Instagram page for your business, so let's first remember, you need to have your own Facebook account. Now you can decide not to have your personal Instagram account. You can decide to just create an Instagram account for your business. But if you have been mixing your business with your Instagram, you're already having a brand conflict, right? So you can be an advocate for your business, meaning if I run an NGO, I could come on live and say, hi everyone, but I'm solely talking about the NGO. I'm not going to be posting my outfit of the day on my NGO's posts, right? I'm not going to be posting lunch with the girls, or it's great to, fellowship, or whatever it is that is personal.
The MTN number you have dialed is currently switched off. Please try again later. Thank you.
Okay. That person needs to try again. So what I mean is, if your business is your business account, separate your Facebook account, create your Facebook page, and you must link your Facebook and your Instagram together. That's the only way you can get the best experience. If you've been to any of the previous classes, then you want to be able to make sure that your brand alignment is uniform. Meaning, by now you should know that you should have merged your Facebook business with your Instagram business so that your content flows easily, so that you can also use the scheduling tool that allows you to post and create in one place but distributes across the meta products such as Facebook and Instagram, and helps you post on your stories and all of that. So basically, I think the question is, can you link that? And I think the answer is you should link it, but don't link your personal. Just try to keep your personal life personal, and try to create an identity for your business life. But just make sure that that identity has link to the original owner, which might be yourself or your ED, and try as well to also on the pages, create other co-owners, admin, content person. In somewhere in page rules, you can create admins, you can create content persons, you can create moderators for your groups and whatnot. Just make sure there's a shared responsibility It's like you set up your business online, then you link the two together. I hope that answers the question.
Okay, we'll just take this last two questions, one from Abdikarim, because we couldn't hear him, and then another one from Ebenezer. Abdikarim is asking, as a registered NGO in Nigeria that has members in any of the eligible countries, how do we leverage on that for this opportunity?
Hello? Okay.
And then the second question is, please, how can one add an admin or moderators to an Instagram page? Those are the two questions, the last two questions that we can take.
Okay, so if you have members in any of the eligible countries, you still have to focus on getting verified and being able to at least show, because if you're not verified in your home country, with the work that you're doing, and then the people in eligible countries won't be able to do much because your company will just be newly registered there, so you don't have enough content there to get verified there. Meaning, if you're not verified, when I say verified here, it's not really about where you are, it's about how much work you've done and put the paperwork and everything together to show that this is an NGO in Nigeria, and then we are verified. You get verified. You can either get verified first or set up a regional country there. But it's advisable you focus on getting verified because you start spending money on getting a new office, because you will register that organization. You will hire some staff in that organization to help you handle, certain things, to, whatever, including the setup. So you must get verified where you are, and then and only then will it make sense to have set up a regional office if you want to access these tools. And then for Ebenezer, basically you have to go to your page, ensure that you are an admin on your page, right? So you have to be an admin to add anybody. If you're not an admin on your page, you have to find out who created that page and ask the person to follow you on Facebook and make you an admin. Now, your question is about Instagram page. And the truth is, Instagram is another tool, product from Meta, just like Facebook. So you want to go to your Facebook business page. That's where you can manage Instagram. You can manage Instagram, personally through Instagram. You have to go to Instagram has, once it's linked with your Facebook, right? Your Facebook page, Instagram page, they're all linked. So it's like your different shops. So you go to the head office, which is the business suite of Meta, of Facebook, and or your Facebook page, and then create roles for each page. The thing is, once you link your Instagram to your Facebook account, you don't need to do anything on Instagram. Once you're setting up in Facebook, it will ask you, oh, do you want this on Instagram as well? Because it knows your Instagram is linked to your Instagram. So you can add a content creator. You should only add super admin to maybe partners or key people, because an admin can remove anybody, including you. So you should just, give them the right titles. Are they for hiring? Are they recruiters? Are they, content posters? Is there a financial analyst on your team? Is there moderators? And you can do that by looking for something called page roles. So you can look for page roles there and you'll be fine, good to go.
Thank you so much, Falashade. And thank you to everybody that has joined. Unfortunately, we can no longer take any other questions. We're already past our time, although we started a little bit late, but we're already like 5 minutes over even that late time. But regardless, I'm pretty sure that everybody got, a very good sense of all the materials from this training. And thank you so much, Falashade, for the trainings. We'll see you next month. It's always a pleasure to have you facilitate. All right.
To work with you and everyone that came here. You guys are doing really amazing work for the courses that you're working on, and we're very, very proud of every one of you. Thank you so much, Joyin, for always trying to bring everyone together and helping them grow. And then NGO, you guys are really, really giving me goosebumps. I love what everyone is doing. I'm very passionate about helping improve life of others as well. And I'm very happy to be here, talk with you guys, spend time with you guys and hopefully help you guys to grow in your capacity. I do hope we'll continue to have strength and enjoy meeting like this. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Thanks everybody for staying on. Bye. See you all next month.